Thank you to recording in progress. All right.
Boarding. Ooh.
Excuse me. All right, Miss Devon, are you ready to?
Yes,
Okay.
I am. Thanks for the
Take it away.
wonderful introduction.
You're welcome.
Would you like me to share my screen,
Yes,
Devon?
please. Yes, please. Alrighty. Next
What
slide.
happened?
Hi everyone, I am Devon Adelman. I have some amazing experiences and opportunities. I have learned to tell my story with a purpose. I have come to understand that we need more voices to be heard. So I have started Voices of Change. My entry into public speaking was a little unexpected because for my senior project in 2015, I spoke at the United Nations in New York City. I took a speech class in college and became an ambassador for the USA Games. I also attended the Best Place Ambassador training. And that got me started to understand that my voice had a power and impact. I did more talks, some for fundraising, some for education, some for inspiration, but I mainly focused on the power of sports, the importance of inclusion, transition programs, telling your story, and so much more. I learned that talking to people who make decisions is important. Talking with elected officials, local, state, and national, people that are in education, teachers, principals, and district officials, people that are employers and business owners. Voices of change. So for Voices of Change, we need more voices. We need more stories. We need more people to hear our stories so we can build more bridges to inclusion. We need to actually expand our definition of diversity to include disability so we can educate and celebrate everyone. So this is a great picture to help recognize that Voices of Change can connect with organizations, like for example, for the Occoquan County, the Athletic Leadership Program from SOA, from Special Olympics, the Best Buddies Ambassador Program, and also Toastmasters, to also help with connecting opportunities. Like for example, finding speakers for events, reaching to new businesses, to raise more voices, impact decision makers, and help promote inclusion. So how will it work? Well, we will share stories on Raise Expectations webpage and social media. We will share training opportunities from other organizations so folks can also improve their skills. We will keep a roster of people interested in opportunities and their stories they want to share. And we will also we'll reach out to organizations to help promote our stories. So I had some updates for Voices of Change. So update number one is that I recently applied for the small grant with the SARTAC and SABE, known as the self-advocates becoming empowered. For update number two, I recently applied to be on the board of the Association of People Supporting Employment First, which is a great opportunity as well. And I'm on the Marketing and Public Policy Committee to help grow Voices of Change even further. Update number 3 is that the DDC North Star project is in a full swing, working with the Occoquan County on a lot of policy issues that affect our daily lives in Olympia. In update number 4, I recently got an opportunity to participate in the Obama Presidency Oral History Project. And this is a good opportunity to help spread the word that the SB is the Pacific Northwest Implement Forum is going to be in September, the 19th through the 21st. It's a 3-day event, and it's going to be in Spokane, Washington. If you want, yeah. So for the action, if you want to be part of Voices of Change, think about important parts of your life. And number 2, decide what story you want others to know. And number 3, please contact me through Facebook or please email me at this email if you want more information. And we can make a difference by using our voices to make changes. Thank you. And are there any questions? Yes.
So
yeah.
it's like a meeting of some sort in Spokane?
Yes, that is correct. Not for Voices of Change though. So the Spokane meeting is basically for the Association of People for Supporting Employment First. Their forum is going to be in Spokane. So it's going to be an in-person thing.
And Devon, it sounds like that's an example of something that you are doing at Voices of Change. You're sharing with people opportunities like this employment forum to develop leadership skills and to share stories. Is that right?
Yes, that is correct.
And where will this be held? Like at some kind of school, museum, or?
Some be held in Spokane, but it's also going to be held and it's just called Davenport in Spokane. So I don't know all of the details. So yeah.
When Austin sends out emails following up from these calls, and so Devon, if you maybe there's a link for this forum or something that we could include in that email if anyone wants more information.
Cool.
Devon, I have a question.
Mhm.
So, well, first of all, it's really great work. It's really cool to hear what you're working on. You know, I know everyone on this call is interested in leadership, and so it's pretty cool. You know, you're making a lot of connections between leadership and sharing your story, not just at Special Olympics, but really in the community to work towards a bigger goal of inclusion. So really cool, really great work. My first smaller question is, what was your application? What do you want to use the money for from the grant that you applied to?
I haven't heard anything yet, but I don't think I got any money.
Okay, what was your proposal?
I mainly just shared my story with the SOTAC people. So
That's awesome. Well,
Yeah.
I keep at it. I think you'll find some other opportunities like that. So that's
Mhm.
super cool.
I agree.
Here's an idea, Devon. I was thinking about posting this on Facebook. I don't know if it's okay with
Definitely,
you,
yes. Definitely post it. That'd be really helpful.
because I can actually post it on the King County Facebook page, and so that way people can actually see your story and maybe want to basically do that. I might be able to get a couple other local people in Spokane too that might want to do it.
That would be awesome. And I love the idea. So thank you so much, Jeff.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you can send me your story through the email, and then I can copy and paste on the King County Facebook page.
Okay, cool. And that's it's gonna be on YouTube as well. So that's another platform too.
Okay.
So
Chairman, then Leah had a question.
My
ahead.
question,
Mhm.
my question is, so Devon, so Jeff just gave a good example of, a way that the people that are learning about Voices of Change on this call, ways of just spreading the news a bit. What else are you hoping that, that we can do on this call? So if someone is interested, they want to become more involved in Voices of Change, what is the next step?
Definitely email me. Definitely email me and find me on Facebook. That's the call to action piece. Is to contact me.
And then once people contact you, what information will they be receiving, or what happens from there?
From there, I will add you to the roster for Voices of Change, and we will let you know which organizations will help as well. And speaking of Voices of Change, I'm also going to be holding an athlete leadership conference, which is going to be in October. It's going to be October 27th through the 29th. So it's a 3-day event. It's going to be via Zoom. And the first day is going to be all about what is athlete leadership. The second day is going to be all about the Best Buddies Ambassador Program. And for the third day, for the final day, I'm going to be doing a presentation on the importance of self-care. And that's going to be from 6:30 to 8 p.m. If people
So make sure to include that in the follow-up email.
Yes.
So, so then what is it going to be? What is the what is the meeting going to be about in October? Yeah.
So basically, it's a 3-day event. So the first day it's gonna be all about what is athlete leadership for that one day. For the next day, it's gonna be all about the Best Buddies Ambassador Program for that day. Then for the final day, it's gonna be all about the importance of self-care. It's as our final day. And that is the timeline.
Oh, okay. And what is the Best Buddies Ambassador Program?
That will be on Friday from 6:30 to 8 p.m.
Oh, no. I am not asking the time that it is. I'm just asking, what is it?
You mean what is the Best Buddies Ambassador Program?
Yeah.
So basically, that program is gonna be all about speech writing on how and public speaking skills.
Oh,
So it's gonna be
Okay.
like a big overview of the Best Buddies Ambassador program for that one day.
oh,
So
okay.
you would learn
So,
all about it that day.
okay, so, is it gonna be, on, so it's not gonna be in person, so it's gonna be on Zoom, right?
Yes, that's correct. Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So Samuel, you have your hand up. Oh, and you're on mute.
All right, yeah. So here's the thought, Devin. If you want to do your making a story, you can like the interview questions. You can say, there's a lot of people answering questions like in the interview. So let's say you can ask that same question saying, "Oh, I can do that. That's a good thing." Or you can do it this way. They're still doing the athlete. They're training me right now.
Well, now this is the Special Olympics Resource Fair.
Yeah,
For the conference that I'm gonna be holding in October, the first day is gonna be all about athlete leadership. I mean, what is athlete leadership for that one day?
right. I just simply do. You can do an interview with questions.
Okay, I don't fully understand your question though.
I know. Just for example, you can do the interview question. That's what I meant.
Hey, Devin, do you have any
Wait, Austin,
information?
I don't think Sam
Oh.
finished.
Okay.
Sam, are you asking if or are you giving a suggestion for interviewing people at the first day of the conference?
Yeah,
I mean, for the first day of the conference, it's going to be all about athlete leadership. I mean, what is athlete leadership?
right. That's how I have been doing, and you're doing the same thing too.
And Sam, were you suggesting to interview athlete leaders? Is that what you said, to interview questions?
Yeah,
So it's a suggestion, I think, Devin, to have, because everyone on this call are athlete leaders who have done the athlete leadership training. So it sounds like that section will really be beneficial for people that don't know about athlete leadership as much.
Mhm.
But then for all of you guys on the call, the other 2 days would be cool to learn about some other programs that you might also be interested in, like Best Buddies, and then some of the self-care information.
Mhm. And Andrew, you have your hand up.
I don't know about this Best Buddies program.
You do know about the Best Buddies program?
It's gonna be a training on Friday or next Friday.
To me, Friday the 28th.
It's next
But-
Friday.
Yeah, next Friday.
Oh, one more. It's the next one. It's the next conference. Is I need more info.
Yeah, but it's gonna be in October. So it's the 27th, the 28th, and the 29th.
So, being a time.
Yeah.
Andrew, we can send, if you want to learn more about Best Buddies right now, we can send a link and you can learn a little bit more about Best Buddies
So I
before
got
the conference.
so I can make sure and actually sign up if I don't understand it.
We'll make sure to send the links out.
Cool. Are there any other questions? Colton, you have your hand up?
It's about the Best Buddies program. So you can like bring a friend to it.
Yes, you can.
Okay, that's just what I know because I got a lot of friends I could talk to, see if they want to join.
Okay, cool. That'd be really helpful. Austin, you have your hand up.
Okay, all right. So I have 3 questions for you. Why do you want to do this conference? Who do you want to encourage? Who do you want to what's the message that you want to bring to this conference? And I know I'm hitting you with hard questions, but that's okay, making it challenging. So from an athlete, leader, worker, my question for you is, what do you want the future, those who are looking in to this call and looking at your conference saying, hey, Devon's gonna be here, all that, et cetera. What do you want the audience to get out of
Take away
the
take
conclusion
away from
and
the conference.
yeah, that sort of thing. Yep.
Okay, cool.
And the
So,
SOA
the
staff as
first
well.
question.
What do you say?
Can you repeat the first question that you said?
What do you want the audience who are looking in to get out of your conference that you're going to host, the 3-day event? What are the keynotes? What are the, say, like Ichiro, for example, from the Mariners, he doesn't know anything about Special Olympics. He doesn't know anything about the Voice of Changes, and he wants to get more involved with Voices of Change. And he reached out to me, and I said, "This is all for example." So I reached out to you, and you can give him the answers. So
Okay,
did that make sense? I'm just wondering. So
kind of.
all right,
Austin, you're asking what are the main takeaways that she wants people to
takeaways.
have?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
so the main takeaways. Okay, so the first takeaway is basically getting the information out about the conference, but
Without challenging answers, question, Devin.
those are very
I thought I'll
challenging.
make it challenging fun. So yeah.
Those are very for the message question, that's a really, really good one. I don't really know what the message is going to bring, to be honest. But after the conference, I'm thinking about doing a podcast with the Down syndrome community to help with the marketing and media piece. So
I'm glad
that's for
you said
the
that
future
about the
one.
podcast.
So yeah. And I was wondering if Austin can be my co-host with me on the podcast.
I'll
If you-
think about it. I mean, it's still ways ahead, so I'll think about it. Keep on cruising with this call. So
Okay,
yeah.
cool. I mean, yeah, just to put it out there, that's for the future question that you asked.
Thank you. Thanks for answering those challenging questions. Does I see Andrew has Leah has his
Yes.
hand up now.
Yes, Andrew, go right ahead.
Oh, he's muted. You're muted, bud.
I have my hand up.
Oh, you
So that's from
accidentally
earlier?
Yeah, so go ahead, Leah. You have your hand up.
Yeah. What advice do you have for anyone else who might be interested in sharing their stories?
Ooh. Or definitely contact me, and I can definitely address them in our podcast after this conference too. And that'd be really helpful. Because I'll be gonna be interviewing people on the podcast that I am planning on doing after this athlete leadership conference. And that'd be
That's awesome.
another good way of sharing other people's stories moving forward.
That's a great idea. So first thing is really just decide that you want to share your story, and then getting connected with some ways to maybe practice and learn some tips.
Yeah.
That's great.
So yeah. Any other questions or comments for that matter?
Him
Hi.
muted himself.
Yes, Leah,
Ooh.
how can we sign up for the conference, Leah?
It is
It's
free,
Devon's
actually.
conference.
So this athlete leadership conference is free. There's no cost to this conference.
Oh, okay. So the uh athlete leadership conference is free.
Yes, yes.
And so just to be clear, this is separate. So Devon's conference is an overview of voices, or this is an example of something Voices of Change does. So she's sharing information about organizations that do things to support people sharing their voices and working towards inclusion. So she's going to highlight Special Olympics and athlete leadership. She's going to highlight Best Buddies and share some other tips and tricks. So you guys already know about athlete leadership, so you could still attend and it might be interesting. But the other piece that's important and why you might want to go is that you'll have a chance to learn about other opportunities.
Mhm.
We will separately have an athlete leadership or a conference in the fall where you'll be able to take more athlete leadership trainings. Devon's conference is more about learning about opportunities and connecting to other organizations. And then the other one will be more about leadership trainings like you all have done in the past, taking those trainings. So they're two separate things.
That's a really good overview. So thank you, Leah. And Samuel, you have your hand up.
Do you ever been to a Down syndrome conference in the same month of June?
You mean the national one?
No, it's called the Down syndrome conference. You know, they have like you can make your own stories too.
You mean the National Down Syndrome Society?
Yeah.
Yes, I've been to a couple of those, and they've been really helpful.
Yeah, probably choice is a good one, a good fit for you.
Thanks, Samuel. Any other ideas or comments or questions? Feel free to contact me with any.
Great job, David. Great job.
Thanks, Andrew.
I got a question.
Yes, go right ahead, Allison. Go right ahead.
Actually, I'll wait for the question.
Okay. Anyone else have questions or comments or suggestions to help with the conference? Feel free to fire away.
Yeah, let's have coverage. No more. Let's have opportunities.
What did you say, Andrew?
Let's have coverage. Have more stuff for the news.
Andrew, are you talking about Devon's Voices of Change conference or the Special Olympics conference?
The special baggage.
So what's your question about it?
Have some more stuff to have to take out.
Are there more what? Can you say that one more time?
They have more stuff to.
More stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, like more trainings?
Yeah.
Yeah, there'll be one newer training this year, which is actually really related to what Devon's talking about, the ambassador training.
Wow, maybe I could do that, guys.
I know you guys have a lot of you on this call have done quite a few leadership trainings. So
yeah, I want done the half hour match.
Just so you know, Leah, I am interested in doing that ambassador training with you and Special Olympics.
Yeah, if I do
that would be awesome.
That's one of my goals for Voices of Change and stuff in leadership.
Devon, let's talk more about it when we meet on Thursday.
Sounds good.
Me too.
Oh, and yes, Cody, you have your hand up.
So our Special Olympics and this other organization will be on Zoom, or you'll send the email link to all of us.
I will send you a email link for the Voices of Change conference.
And it will be
And
on
it's
Zoom, right?
online to our
Yeah,
laptops.
it's gonna be
or
via
any-
Zoom, yeah.
Well then, so we'll be talking about our story lives, or
I
like
mean,
how
just
we.
our stories, like in general, maybe what the your advocacy journey and success.
That's going to be pretty hard for me. Mostly, I never gotten so close to people because only one thing, being ADD, ADHD different, is people hurting you. So how am I not sure you guys will be the same?
Yeah, this is a
Different.
non-judging breakfast club right now, so I don't think anyone is going to judge.
Like you're different, your voice is different, and Andrew Young is different. He has the same disability mostly.
So
Well,
yeah,
we have different disabilities. I have Down syndrome, and I'm not defined by my disability. And you so that's also feel the same. He doesn't defined by his disability. So we both have amazing opportunities in our lives. So I don't think that we are defined by our disability. So please don't judge us on our disability right now. So please do not go there.
I'm not judging.
absolutely. You know, Cody, I think
Believe
that's
me.
what's so cool. That's what's so cool about this group, not just so Devon's group, which is what she's just sharing, is it's all about the goal of inclusion and accepting everybody. And so and Devon, correct me if I'm wrong, but you know, that's what's so cool about sharing your voice is that, you know, as Devon just said, you know, I've had these really cool experiences and I've worked really hard for my successes. And so it's a way to demonstrate to people that we all come from different backgrounds. We all are different, and we can do whatever we want to. We can be really successful when we work on them. And so I think that's what is cool about sharing your story. So that's the case for Voices of Change, and that's the case for Special Olympics athlete leadership too, that you know, all of you have a chance to make a difference in what Special Olympics does and in your communities. And so Cody, I understand what you're saying, that sometimes maybe there have been instances where people haven't been very kind, but this is absolutely a group that is all about supporting each other and all about, you know, appreciating all of our differences and then working together to make improvements going forward.
But I never
Oh,
judge any people, or God will judge me. Believe me, I've seen many people like me, but worse. And I've come to pretty much to know God made us perfect. And you, Devon, even with your disabilities, you are perfect in God's eyes.
Well,
And
thank you.
Andrew, so are you, my boy.
Yeah, and Cody, by the way, to kind of touch on, you know, on that, my wife basically is writing a book. She came up with the whole book idea, and me and Austin and everybody else, I mean, Devin can also put whole story into our book as well. And basically the thing is we're trying to basically extend it outwards to other people that do not know about people with intellectual disabilities, about us, about Special Olympics. So pretty much that's why we're trying to get a book together to sell in bookstores so that people can read it and find out, oh, there is 21 people with ID all over the world. I mean, it doesn't even have to be in Washington State. It can be in Chicago. It can be in New York. It can be all over the place. So the thing
In
is
cities.
So that's why we're trying to basically write a book. My wife came up with that idea. So to basically get that book out and have people read it. So that way people like you and me don't get hurt or don't be judged. So that they understand what people with ID is all about.
So what you're saying, Jeff, is that people with ID or that they are not judged, and I absolutely would love to read the book. Where is it going to be sold at, Jeff? Do you know?
We're trying to basically pinpoint that right now. I mean, we don't have a exact pinpoint right now, and we're basically trying to collect the stories right now. So if you want to put your story in there too, Tim, you can. That would be awesome, because maybe, people like outside of people will understand your ID as well. So, I mean, everybody's ID. It's not just one person. It's not just a single person. It's everybody.
So what you're saying, Jeff, is that it can not only be in one state, but it can be from all over the entire world, right, Jeff?
Yeah, the people will read the book. I mean, other people might have, they might, once we start a book in Washington State, someone else might want to start a book in a different state or whatever, like Chicago, Texas.
Because
Arizona, even.
there is lots of states in the entire world. So there's Florida, where the USA games are taking place, Leo, right?
Yeah.
In Orlando, Florida, yeah.
Yeah, and Tim, there might be people in Florida that don't know about people with ID.
So maybe this book would be a great opportunity for people to learn more about other people with ID and to read the stories.
And that's what we're hoping. We're hoping this book will take off, so that way other people can read it, or other bookstores can sell it, or other people can write those stories.
Jeff, I absolutely would love to put my story in there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but my story in there, in the book.
Okay, Andrew, I will send your stories to my wife and everything, and
Okay, cool.
So helpful for me.
So I will send you the PowerPoint presentation to you, Jeff, if you want,
okay.
to help with put my story in your book, to help with that.
Okay. That'd be awesome. Thanks, Devon.
Does that settle your question, Cody?
Very much. That we are not alone out there. There might be a few thousand of us.
Yeah, there's not only a few thousand of us, but there are people from all over the entire world.
Well, that answers my question. I'm muting myself.
Yeah, for answering for the book, helping out with Jeff and his wife. We're super excited to get the stories in the book. We want to make this grow and expand, and hopefully sell it on Amazon, and not just with this group, but with I'm thinking about, Jeff, if you don't mind, I'd like to make a flyer, bring it to USA Games, and spread the word down there.
That would be awesome. I mean, there may be other people that may not know about it. So
So
Like a hook on a fishing line.
maybe
It's like baiting a hook, and we're the fish. People are the fish.
So maybe Austin, maybe you could give the flyer to everyone at either put it at the venue of USA Games so other athletes can see it so that they know what it's all about, what
Yeah,
we're talking about.
I'll make a flyer and then approve it from the manager of the book stuff. Yeah, and I got one other thing too. So for those, if you have any buddies that are going to spring games happening in June, we can make plastic flyers and spread the word in June as well.
And I'm not sure I can make it.
You're not gonna make it?
Yeah, that's all the members just want to be out of that. So,
That's okay.
So
What did he say?
I think he
I
was
think
talking
Andrew's
about
not gonna be able to
Yes.
make to spring state games.
Yep.
What was that, Tim?
My suggestion, Leah, is maybe you could put the flyer on the Special Olympics Washington website.
We could put it on the website. Yeah, we could add in some ongoing projects to the website.
That is a great idea, Tim. Thank you for that suggestion.
And also if Special Olympics, if voices that change, if they have a blog, maybe you could put it on there, right, Leah?
Yeah, if there's if you know, Jeff, if you guys are ready to go and collecting stories, we could definitely add it into the emails that go out every other week. And Devin, we could do the same. If you have something specific that you want to share, we could share it out in the emails.
Okay, cool.
Going back to the topic, does anyone have any questions about Voices of Change or what Devin shared or our upcoming
upcoming
conference?
projects that I might do?
Yeah, the podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, the
And
So,
anybody
and,
have one at a time. So Tim, yeah.
Oh, okay. My question about the podcast is, where can we listen to the podcast at, Austin?
The
I
podcast
don't know yet.
we
Talk to
haven't
Devin
still
about
figured
it.
that out because that will happen after this conference.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
after the conference, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Oh, okay.
And I would definitely do like a big shout out for Jeff's wife as well on my podcast, and that would be helpful to help market it.
Can you send me the link for the conference, Devin, or?
Yes, I will be doing that.
没错，才改个 look down and a dead.
Or maybe does anyone have any tips that Devin can add to her? Yep. So any information that Devin can add to her presentation, like any information, informative ones, like, I don't know, fun questions and
I have one.
Go ahead, Andrew. Go ahead.
The honest person starts to open up the eyes.
I mean, the ask, make it a bit more broader.
Yeah, on the sports stars.
Okay, I think I can make that work.
Yeah, so if you or I could kind of Wow.
Maybe I can find a time to meet with Austin so we can make that happen.
Oh yeah.
Any, excuse me, Andrew and Lee, Devin, my fault.
Mm.
Jeff, do you have a question or something to add before we wrap up for this evening?
Yeah, I could, Devin could always do like an icebreaker to kind of ask people what their favorite sport is or what city they came from or what
Yeah,
state.
that is a great idea.
Or we can do a
Jeff.
poll too.
I
We
would
can do a
definitely
poll.
do that for each day.
And then my question for which what sport are
Mhm.
are you competing in the USA Games, Devin?
Well, for me, I already competed in the 2018 USA Games, and I got a gold in stand-up paddleboarding in 2018. So I'm not gonna be going to this next USA Games. I already competed in one,
Oh, okay.
and now it's Austin's turn to help go to the big USA Games in Orlando, Florida. So praise to Austin
Yes.
and congrats again.
Oh, thank you. It's gonna be a blast. So,
Wait, go ahead.
I'm sorry if I came on too strong in my response.
all right. Does anyone else have any questions before, like, last minute questions?
Wait,
Yeah.
go ahead. I'm so
Thank-
tired. I'm not going to take them so bad.
And Andrew, make sure to lower your hand too. Since I still see your hand up.
So, my
It's okay. It's okay. I just noticed it. So thanks. Andrew.
Austin, which sport are you going to be competing in at the USA Games in Florida?
I'll be representing for Huskies, like football.
So you're going to
Unify.
be doing flag football in Florida, Orlando?
Yeah, representing for the whole state of Washington, not just for me, but for the players, the team, and the core organization. So,
Well, may I just say good luck at that, and I hope that it all goes well.
wow, I
What?
appreciate that, Tim. Thank you.
Wait, go ahead.
Thank you.
That's my body.
Samuel has his hand up. So
Who
go ahead,
has-
Samuel.
Samuel, yeah, Sam.
Okay, do you see the chat box I sent you guys about that we just focus on this topic?
Which question?
You mean
I-
parking lot?
Sam said he wants to stay on topic, so.
Oh,
But
there's some. I know you
Thanks.
want to go to see your phone, but
thank you, Devin, for
Is there
presenting.
anything
Go ahead.
else that people want to say or share
Uh,
about my
I-
presentation?
I just want to say to Leah, thank you for my certificate, Leah.
Austin actually sent those out.
what?
Oh,
I'm a father.
thank you,
Yeah.
thank you, Austin, for
Oh,
the
I
certificate.
do so much better. Capacho.
Think we're going a bit off topic now. So
Oh,
That's okay. I mean, it's the wrapping up, so you're
Yeah.
welcome for the certificates.
is there anything else or comments
no.
or
Just
say
thank
anything
you
about my
for
presentation?
thank you for doing the presentation, Devin. It was such a fantastic presentation.
Way to go, Devin. Let's go.
Alrighty,
Thanks,
I'm
See
gonna
you.
stop this interview. I mean, the call. So
See you tonight, Ashton.